ever felt like you're stuck? You're kind of walking along your path and hey, there is a gate, there is a block, something not letting me get through where I thought I was trying to get to. Has that ever happened to you? You're really keen on following whatever set of plans you have in your mind that may well be limited by things that you think you should be doing or things that you were told you should be doing or society told you should be doing, or all these things, repetitive stories that we have internalized that maybe never even belong to us. We're just going on autopilot, repeating them over and over again, and we crash against different obstacles that life places along our way. Well, I'm here to share with you because the same thing happened to me. For example, I was excited finally working in my interpretation career in something that was really fulfilling to me, to my heart, because for the longest time I did not longer wanted to do or support mining that I feel that it rapes the earth, or financing or banking or any of those conferences that dealt with things that in my opinion are really bringing the world in a spiraling down journey. So I thought I'm only going to support things that support nature, the well-being of the collective. That meant I literally had little work until COVID came. And then I heard through a colleague when I was doing a conference interpreting, I do simultaneous interpretation from one language to another, Spanish to English and vice versa. And I heard that there was openings, and I started doing very meaningful work interpreting during hearings for all the refugee protection claimants. That was very meaningful work. I did that for 5 years, and I'm so excited about this. I'm like, okay, I'm on a roll. This is exactly aligned with me, even though occasionally I will feel like there is more I could be doing. There is more. I should be creating my own material, not just interpreting other people's stories, writing from within, helping others in a more proactive way, because that is kind of a very structure in a hearing. There's nothing I can do. All I'm doing is interpreting. Well, I'm so happy in this role. I'm making good money. It's fulfilling in my heart and soul in some way, especially if somebody's admitted into the country and it saves their lives, because if they were to go back to their country, they literally will most likely be killed, most likely, or tortured to the point of death. So I was on this path and boom, a block. All of a sudden, the government just blocked the interpretation program, made cuts, and I was from one day to the next out of work. Oh my God. First was anger, then denial, then resistance. This could not be happening to me. Has that ever happened to you? Anytime that you felt, I am on a roll here, I'm on my path, and then something just stops and you just can't believe it. It's like, what is this about? But then that forces you to lean into that tension, that obstacle. And sometimes you can go over it, sometimes you cannot go under it, but most of the time you can go around it and find a new path that will open. And that path, if you really look at it with the eyes of love, kindness, and looking inwards first to see how aligned or not it is with your inner essence, your authenticity often is the precise path that is going to resonate with your soul and bring you closer to your destiny. So this is the reason I'm right here talking to you. If this had not happened and my professional path would have not been blocked, I would have not come back to this other path that is way more aligned with my inspirational writing, with my books that I'm writing, with talking to you and connecting with you in the hopes that we together can become as authentic as we possibly can, and we can create a beautiful place where I can shine being me. This is what I'm doing this. I'm going to continue creating content from stories that have happened to me, that are real stories of my life, vulnerable stories where I have tripped and I have fallen so many times, and it doesn't matter how many times life has come and crushed the plans and has put obstacles where I thought I was going. I got up again and I found a new zest for living, and that led me to even a brighter path. And it never ends, right? It's a constant spiraling onwards, qualitative jump of learning. So I'm here to learn with you, to share with you, and I want you to stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and think about, are there any obstacles that have showed up in your life blocking you from continuing whatever it is that you may be doing that is not aligned with your inner essence, with the reason you're here? Because we all have spiritual contracts we came to fulfill, and if we're not doing those, we feel like a void inside. It doesn't matter how successful we are on paper. It doesn't matter if we have a job and we go to work every day and we get a paycheck, but somehow something is lacking, is missing within. It's our goal in life to figure that out, to stop, look, listen, realign ourselves, what we think, what we feel, what we do, so that there is consistency, we're grounded, we have peace within, and we can move on and release the energy to channel through and to keep traveling in the path with heart that will lead us to our destiny. So this is mine. I'm going to keep following you, and that means that you're going to see more and more of me. If you're interested, if you feel that this resonates with you and you want to continue shedding more light in your path with heart and finding and rediscovering what are you all about? If you were to really peel off all the layers of all the things that have been imposed or you have self-imposed on yourself that really never belong to you, who are you? Who are you? Because I wasn't just this interpreter, only translating words from one judge to a refugee claimant. I was not only a yoga teacher. I am this, an open and passive, expansive path. So please come along with me, find out who you are, and show it to the world, because together, you and me, all of us, we can create a beautiful, shiny space to coexist and to celebrate life. So I hope to see you more, and please join me in the path. Go and do your work. I'm going to do mine. Many blessings, love, and peace. Namaste.